Good evening, Pete Stark, Cardinal TV, bringing you game number one for the Mentor Cardinals in the 2014 high school Division I football playoffs. Bringing it to you from the Jerome T. Osborne Senior Stadium in Mentor, Ohio. Home game for the Cards after ending the regular season with a 9-1 record. You'll be checking us out live again tonight, as we've been doing all season, ESPNCleveland.com. This evening it's going to be audio only. You can also watch our replay of the game this evening. You can watch that on Cardinal TV, Mentor, Ohio, on the YouTube channel, or here in the city of Mentor on Time Warner Cable, channel 96.96. 45 degrees here at game time. 15-mile-an-hour winds, even though from looking at the flags, it sure looks like it's coming in a little bit stronger than that even. 50% chance of rain, and it's been raining on and off for a chunk of the day here today. The wind chill making it feel like 37 degrees, so a cold, chilly night here as the Cardinals looking into the first game here in the second season, in the postseason here in the 2014 high school football season. It's going to be the first playoff game for the Cards starting quarterback, Jake Floria. Again, it's his first season as the starting QB for the Mentor Cardinals. Looking forward to see how he reacts in his first playoff game here, but had a real good regular season, as did the rest of the Cardinals on offense and defense. Cardinals, the Division I Region I bracket, find themselves as the fourth-ranked team in the bracket. The winner of this game tonight versus Lorain goes on to face the winner of Berea Mid-Park and their Titans, who are taking on the Canton Glen Oak Eagles. As we get started here, Mentor about to kick off to Lorain. Late arriving crowd, but a good crowd here on hand for the playoffs for the Cards. Tyler Thompson, the senior kicker for the Cards, getting set to kick it off to Lorain. This is the Cardinals' second Saturday game of the season, the first one being in week number 2 on that neutral field in Parma, Byers Field, with the Cards with that exciting victory that they had over the St. Ignatius Wildcats. St. Ignatius once again in the playoffs as well. In the Division I Region I bracket, Hudson ranked as the number 1 team in the bracket is Tyler Thompson. Kicks the ball off, received by the Titans just outside their own end zone. Nice run back to the 30-yard line, getting close to the 40-yard line. He's going to go down about the 40-yard line on his own side of the field. The Lorain Titans coming in with a strong rushing attack, led by their senior quarterback, Eddie Williamson. Eddie Williamson's thrown for 708 yards and 7 TDs on the season for Lorain, but strong running option as he's gained 824 yards on the ground, including 13 touchdowns. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lorain Titans to lead off the opening possession of the game here. Williamson going to hand the ball off, and read very well by the Cardinal defense, flushing them back. They're lucky to get to the line of scrimmage. Nice read. Again, the Cards have to anticipate that strong rushing attack by the Titans. A couple other players to watch for Lorain are going to be Sherman Saunders. He's rushed for 1,111 yards and 14 touchdowns this year. Carlos Chavis, 883 yards on the ground and 10 touchdowns. So really got a triple threat with the running game for the Titans as they get close to midfield on that second down and long play, and it looks like they got enough for the first down. They're going to move the chains. 11:19 remaining in the first quarter of play. Cardinals coming off of their home victory last week on Halloween night, Friday, October the 31st, where they took down the Strongsville Mustangs 37-7. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Quarterback Williamson in the shotgun set. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Handing that ball off, and the ball is loose, and the Cards say they have it, and they do. Turnover to the Cardinals. Momentum going in the Cardinals' direction as the crowd giving them their appreciation for the strong defensive play in forcing the turnover, giving the ball to their high-powered offense. Cardinals looking to come out on the field. Coach Trevisano, the long-tenured coach, coaching in his alma mater in his 18th season here. Steve Trevisano, 156 victories coming into the game tonight. Beginning of the season on September the 12th, recorded his 150th victory in his career, 49-0, pounding of the Euclid Panthers. His quarterback Jake Flory looking downfield, and he's going to throw that out of bounds. It's going to be at about the 45-yard line. His intended receiver, Eddie Doherty, number 40, going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Cards. The final standings for the OHSAA Harbin Points were released this past Sunday, and it found the Cardinals as the 4th-ranked team. Hudson Explorers ended up with the crown and the computer points. Jake Flory getting set, 2nd down and 10. And he's going to hand the ball off. Jarrell Jackson, plenty of room to run. Finding a lane, moving the chains to the Titan side of the field, going to bring it to about the 30-yard line. And there's going to be a flag on the play. Wait to see what the officials call after that long run by the Cards. And they're going to end up bringing that back after the long run by the Cards. On that 2nd down and 10, the Cards broke free. Jarrell Jackson with what appeared to be a 1st down scamper. Really showing some strong legs on that run, but on the penalty, he's going to end up bringing the ball back to 2nd down and 15 for the Cards now, as Jake Flory looking to the sideline for the play call, as is the rest of the offense at this point. Again, the Cardinals in some of their playoff history, they're 23-14 all time in the OHSAA playoffs. 37 postseason games for the Cardinals. Again, last season, making it all the way to the state championship game, as they've done on 2 prior occasions before, 2013 as well. Jake Flory, shotgun set. He's going to keep it himself, running to midfield before being stopped. He's going to be taken down about the 47-yard line on the Titans side of the turf here. Jake Flory with a strong run on 2nd down and 15. Going to put them in a lot more manageable 3rd and 5 with 10:20 remaining here in the first quarter of play. No score on the board. Mentor Cardinals versus the Lorain Titans. Flory in that familiar spread offense, set in the shotgun, flanked immediately to his right with the running back by Jarrell Action Jackson. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Fakes a handoff to Jackson. Looking downfield, got a receiver, Jason Blizzard. What a catch by Jason Blizzard, and he holds on after getting the hard hit after that reception. So bold, so cold, Jason Blizzard finding a lane, pulling that ball in for the strong reception on the Titan side of the field. 9:50 remaining in the first quarter. Flory, 3 receivers to his right, taking that to Jackson. He's going to roll out to his right, looking, got a receiver. Sparacia, number 14. Zach with a nice reception himself. The senior wide receiver had a nice game last week versus the Strongsville Mustangs. Nice catch, and also another hard hit on the tackle on that play too. 9:25 remaining in the first quarter of play. No score on the board. 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the 1st down for the Cardinals. And that's going to be a penalty once again on the Cardinals offense, so that's going to bring the ball back after the nice reception by Jack Sparacia. Moving the Cards back. Again last week in that victory, 37-7 over the Strongsville Mustangs. Breakdown on some of the scoring. Jake Flory had a 2nd week in a row with 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 rush of 40 yards and 1 rushing touchdown of 6 yards. And Jarrell Action Jackson, the strong run, real close to the 1st down inside the red zone on the Titan side of the field. 9:03 the first quarter play. Jarrell Jackson, after having himself a strong week last week, he had 1 touchdown on the ground, but filling in admirably for the injured Alex Matthews as the Cardinals getting set up here. 3 receivers to his right. Jarrell Jackson going in motion. Flory is going to hold on to the ball, and he's going to go down at about the 20-yard line. The Titans recognize that, and the Titans do have a strong defensive front led by their number 6 outside linebacker, Rashad Berry, who's the verbal commit to Ohio State University. So you know he's got to be a pretty solid player to get that offer, as he accepted here in October for the Titans. Congratulations to Rashad Berry. Jake Floria is going to fake that handoff to Jackson. He's going to roll out to his right, looking to run. But he did find a receiver just before the sidelines there. Jason Blizzard appearing to catch the ball, but they're saying he had his foot out of bounds, so they're not going to give him credit for that catch. So it's going to bring up a third down for the Cardinals here. 8:22 remaining in the first quarter of play. Some of the breakdown on the statistics from last week's game versus Strongsville. Jake Floria led the Cardinals in rushing last week with 15 attempts for 115 yards, and 2 of those rushes being touchdowns. Jake Floria looking to his left. He's got Jarrell Jackson staying on his feet, but he's being taken down at about the 24-yard lines. That was a 3rd and 13, and still going to be a long yardage situation for the Cardinals here. They're going to call it a 4th down and 15 yards to go. And number 22, Tyler Thompson, coming out on the field. He's going to attempt a field goal. Thompson missing 2 field goal attempts last week against the Mustangs, but did come up successful for the first time on a season in a game the week prior against the Hudson Explorers, where his only 2 field goals on the season for Tyler Thompson. Looking to put the first points on the board here in this game. And it's going to doink off to the left goalpost there. It's going to be no good for Tyler Thompson. It first got the angle. Looked like it was going to sneak through the goalpost, but it ended up going too far to the left. So it's an unsuccessful attempt for the Cardinals. Going to be a turnover to the Lorain Titans, who are going to set up on their own side of the field at the 20-yard line. Last week, once again, Alex Matthews was out. One of the strongholds all season long for the Cardinals, one of their top offensive forces, rushing the ball and receiving the ball. But Jarrell Jackson filling in with 10 rushing attempts last week for 55 yards, including 1 touchdown, and also caught the ball 4 times for 28 yards last week. So very strong effort for Jarrell last week, filling in for Alex Matthews. The defense getting set for the Cardinals. Again, they got to watch for that rushing attack, and they read that early too, and bringing the Titans down to about the 25-yard line. Going to be about a 5-yard game for the Titans. 7:20 remaining in the first quarter of play. Jerome T. Osborne Senior Stadium, Cardinal TV. Glad to have you here. Again, you can stream the game live, ESPNCleveland.com for the audio only tonight, or watch the replay of the game, Cardinal TV, Mentor, Ohio, on a YouTube channel. Time Warner Cable here in Mentor, Ohio, channel 96.96 on that second down play for the Titans. Coming up shy of the first down is Mark Walton forcing a rusher out of bounds. Really beyond Jake Flory and Jarrell Jackson last week for the Cardinals on offense. Those are the 2 rushing forces. Is crucial 3rd down play for the Titans, and read by the Cardinals, flushed it back, and they're going to stop them on 3rd down, and they're going to force the Titans to a 4th down situation. We're going to have to kick it back to the Cardinals. Very nice play by the Cardinal defense. Going to bring up a 4th down and 2 for Lorain, who right now are showing signs that they're going to go for it, but it's going to be a pretty questionable call if they end up doing it at this juncture, because you're talking about the 25-yard line on their own side of the field, but they may do a pooch punt and maybe try to surprise the Cardinals defense. But now they call a timeout for Lorain, as they're going to talk about it here. Take a few minutes to think about what the decision should be. As Strongsville ran into that last week, a couple questionable 4th down and short offensive calls on their own side of the field, and men are stopping them and capitalizing and really making them pay for the risky decision by the opposition. So looks like Lorain's going to reconsider what they're going to do here on 4th down and 2. Dave McFarland being the coach for the Lorain Titans in his first year as the head coach. He's the 3rd coach in the last 3 years for Lorain, who again is making the first playoff appearance as the Titans. The school closed and reopened in 2010. His first winning season for Lorain since the school opened. This is the first time a team Lorain has made the playoffs since Admiral King did back in 1984. The Titans, with their 7-3 record coming into the game here, all 3 of their losses were against playoff participants in Midview, Bedford, and Maple Heights. So the games they did lose were against some tough competition. 4th down and 3, and it appears like they are going to go for it on 4th down, looking to try to get the Cardinal defense off sides, but they're not biting at this point. 5 seconds to go before the play clock expires. They are going to snap the ball. Recognized by the Cardinals, taken down at the 20-yard line. Big play. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and it's going to set the Cards up with some prime field position, putting that offense right in line to put some points on the board. Fantastic play. One of my neighbors, Brendan Parker, senior cornerback for the Cardinals, getting in there as the Cardinals recognizing that play and stuffing the Titans for that big 4th down stop, turning that ball over on downs, putting that momentum back in the favor of the Mentor Cardinal offense. Jake Floria, 3 receivers on his left-hand side. Big Alex Matthews rushing straight on through the defense. He's relentless, pushing forward, getting the 1st down for the Cardinals on his first carry of the night. Coming through like the wrecking ball, Alex Matthews, the big running back. Glad to have him back out there for the Cardinal offense after being off last week. 1st and 10, we're going to do it again. Give it again to Alex Matthews. Looking like he's going to end up about 1.5 yards shy of the end zone on that 1st down and goal to goal for the Cardinal offense. No score tonight. 5:55 remaining in the 1st quarter of play. Mentor Cardinals hosting the Lorain Titans here in the 1st round of the Division I playoffs here. Jake Floria looks like he's going to keep it himself, but he's being taken down at about the 9-yard line. Robert Arsler looking like the defensive end who first brought down Jake Floria. So it's going to be a 3rd down, still goal-to-goal situation, but this time from the 9-yard line on the Titans side of the field. Jake Floria looking to the sideline for the play call in that familiar shotgun set. On this drive, though, good to see, flanked to his right by number 44, Alex Matthews. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, looking. Eddie Doherty, number 40. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, coming down with the touchdown score, putting the Cards on the board here, 6-0. Getting in the mix with another 6 for the Cards. First points of the night, 6-0 at this juncture. Tyler Thompson coming out to get the extra point capper to this drive. Getting the Cardinals being set up with fantastic field position following that 4th down shutdown of the Titans offense. Again, to me, kind of a questionable call by the Titans coach, going for it on his deep in his own end of the field. And the Cards making the opposition again this week pay for a poor 4th down decision to go for it. And the defense rising to the occasion and stopping them and putting the offense in prime position to get into the end zone. And Alex Matthews on the first play of this drive here. Good to see the big running back, the junior, getting back in the mix after missing that game last week versus the Strongsville Mustangs after playing all season long. He injured that ankle in the game versus the Hudson Explorers the prior Thursday, and that being the Cardinals' only loss on the season. But Alex Matthews leading off that drive from the 20-yard line on the Titans side of the field, coming through with that strong setup, putting the offense in prime position to punch it in, as Jake Floria did with that pass to the senior Eddie Doherty, number 40. Cards looking to kick it over to the Titans with a 7-0 advantage. First playoff game here for the Cardinals. Again, would love to duplicate it, what they did last year. We're getting to that state final game, but would like to do it one better and take that championship this year. They know it's a long road to go, and this year it would be in a different venue too. If they make it to that final game of the season, it would be in Columbus in the Horseshoe if they get that far, but one step at a time, and taking a good first step here. We're getting that first touchdown on the board here at the JTO. Tyler Thompson looking to kick it off from his own 40-yard line. Going to be received by the Titans at his own 5-yard line. Taking that ball out again, another solid run back, but he's being taken back by the Cards at about the 24-yard line. That was number 10, Kevin Davis, on a run back for the Titans. calling the name of Brendan Parker again on that special teams tackle. Nice play by the senior cornerback and special teams standout for Menor. 4:57 remaining in the first quarter of play. The Cards with the one touchdown advantage over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. Quarterback Eddie Williamson, number 1 in that shotgun set. He's got 2 running backs behind him, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and he's going to hand that ball off. Recognized early by the Cardinal defense, being taken it down. That was Carlos Chavez, the running back for Lorain. J.D. Matsko getting in there and sticking his nose for the tackle for the Cardinals defense as the clock continues to run down. About 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter of play. Cards up 7-0. Second down and 6 yards to go for the Lorain offense. Williamson in that shotgun set. 2 running backs behind him. He's going to give it to the first running back, and it's going to be Carlos Chavez running straight ahead, appearing to get the first down for Lorain, and he does. Bring it up to the 36-yard line on the Titans side of the field. Michael Ballantyne getting credit for the tackle, the sophomore stellar defensive player for the Cards. Really had a solid season at defensive back for the Menor defense this year, Michael Ballantyne, but it is a first down and 10 yards for the Lorain Titans. Williamson being taken down hard by the defense. Nico Loughton taking him down. Didn't go for that fake on that handoff. He seen Williamson was going to keep it himself, and big Nico Loughton in the Bowling Green University commitment for next year. Going to play in some D1 college ball next year. Big number 54 getting in there. Going to bring up a second down and long for the Titans. Second down and 15 from their own 31-yard line. Williamson, 2 receivers to his right. Flanked on each side by a running back, and he's looking to pass this time. Got a receiver wide open, but recognized early, but broke that tackle, but was taken down at about the 39-yard line. So it is going to be a third down and long situation for the Titans. Kyle Tankovich and Kenny Cook combining for that tackle ultimately there. It's going to be a third down and 7 yards for the first down for the Titans out of Lorain from their own 39-yard line. Williamson in that shotgun set again, this time 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, flanked with 1 receiver to his right. He's looking to pass under a ton of pressure by the Cards defense. Incomplete pass, well defended by the Cardinal defense. And Lorain again looking to the sideline, seeing what coach wants to do. Dave McFarland is going to have to make the decision. This time it does look like he's going to kick it over to the Cardinals, and that's always a dangerous proposition when they do have number 40 Eddie Doherty awaiting that kick, as he is standing on his own 36-yard line. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter play. The Titans getting set to kick that punt. Eddie Doherty is going to fair catch it at his own 30-yard line. Again, this matchup here finds the score. Cardinals up by a touchdown, 7-0 over the visiting Lorain Titans. Cardinals coming into this game after their regular season found them with 9 wins and only 1 loss. They're the 4th-ranked team in Division I Region 1 playoff bracket, facing the number 13 Lorain Titans coming into the game with a 7-3 record. Again, the winner of this matchup here tonight is going to take on the winner of number 5-ranked Berea Mid-Park and their Titans versus the Canton Glen Oak Eagles, who are number 12 in the bracket. Jake Flory under some pressure here, looking in the middle of the field, got a wide receiver. Jason Blizzard had a step or 2 or 3. If he would have caught that ball, which was overthrown to him, he would have had nothing but green real estate running ahead for a long touchdown scamper. But Jake Flory overshooting his man here, going to bring up a second down and long. But Cardinals going for the gusto on 1st and 10. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. Jarrell Jackson has got the ball. Action. Jackson with some running room, getting to midfield with a burst. Finding a lane, and he's moving the chains. Jarrell Jackson getting a lot of confidence last week and just carrying that over to the first game in the playoffs here, as him and Alex Matthews appear to be rotating possessions at that running back spot. Jarrell Jackson was the man in the first drive for the Cardinals, and last possession found Alex Matthews as the prime running back, and Jake Floria finding and aiming for Zach Sparacia, but it's coming up shy. That's going to be an incomplete pass for Jake Floria there. 2:09 remaining in the first quarter of play. And Jake Floria's had a couple up and down weeks, passing the ball at least. He's shown more success rushing the ball in the past 2 games, with 2 games in a row with 2 rushing touchdowns, and it's been marred with some interception problems. But nice catch by Eddie Doherty. Appears to get it there. Dancing around, refusing to go down, found himself wide open in the center of the field. He went down at about the 40-yard line. Call it actually the 38-yard line on the Titans side of the field. 1st and 10, we're going to do it again for the Cards. Jake Floria getting set in the shotgun position. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Giving the ball to Action Jackson. Jarrell Jackson with the burst. Refusing to go down, and now he's in the red zone on the Titan side of the field, going down at about the 18-yard line for Menor. Moving that chain again, 1st and 10. Minute 44 remaining in the first quarter of play. Again, the Cardinals with a lot of momentum going on this drive. Calling a timeout here. Lorain, Titans going to talk about it. Minute 40 again. The time remaining in the first quarter here in the first round matchup, the Cardinals versus the Titans. Cards with the 7-0 advantage. The city of Lorain, located at the mouth of the Black River, 30 miles west of Cleveland, called the Steel City. Well represented here on the visitor side of the field to watch this matchup here versus the Menor Cardinals. Again, the Titans coming in with their 7-3 record. They were 4-2 in the Lake Erie League. The Navy Blue and Silver out of Lorain, playing on a grass field at Lorain Stadium for their home games. Again, this being their first year coaching for Dave McFarland at Lorain, but he's actually had quite a long tenured coaching career himself, being his 15th season, coming in with a 97-63 coaching record in his career. Again, the Titans with a strong rushing attack has been a strong characteristic for their offense and defense, led by number 6, Rashad Berry, who's going to be going to Ohio State next year to play ball. Jake Floria getting his team set. He got 3 receivers to his right, got 1 to his left, and he's got, again on this drive, Jarrell Jackson being the running back for the Cardinals. Jarrell Jackson going in motion. He's looking to pass the ball. He's got a receiver. It's going out to the left side. Eddie Doherty with a nice catch, going down at about the 12-yard line for the Cardinals. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and short yardage situation with a minute 20 clicking away here. The time clock on the first quarter. Cardinals at home, Jerome T. Osborne Senior Stadium, as we call it, the JTO. Jake Floria pitching it out to Jarrell Jackson with the burst, looking to get into the end zone, falling across the goal line. It appears, and there's the call, and the officials are going to say he went just short of the goal line. It sure looked like he had that touchdown, but from our vantage point up here in the press box, and the crowd reacted too, and actually it appeared like the officials were prepared to raise their hands above their head for a touchdown, but ended up calling it just shy. Is this going to be inches away from the goal line? 1st down and goal to goal, inside a minute to play here in the first quarter. Menor with that 7-point advantage. Jake Floria again going to pitch it out to Jarrell Jackson, who's going to take it in this time. Getting in the mix for another 6. Jarrell Action Jackson getting in the end zone again this week. He did have 1 rushing touchdown score last week versus the Strongsville Mustangs in that final regular season home game last week at the JTO. And then hitting pay dirt again this week, putting the score up to 13-0 as Tyler Thompson, the senior kicker, looking to go out to add the extra point capper here to that scoring drive for the Menor Cardinals. And it looks like it's up and good. So the score has been pushed up to 14-0. The home team, Menor Cardinals, up over to visiting Lorain Titans. Again, the Cardinals with their high-scoring offense, averaging 41.2 points a game and only giving up 14.5 points a game in a regular season. Cardinals in non-conference games, 3-0 on the season. playing here at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium, undefeated, 6-0 on the year, and wearing their scarlet jerseys as they are tonight, 6-0 on the season. So a lot of things going in favor of the Cardinals' direction. Also, another stat to throw at you, leading after the first quarter of play, the Cardinals a perfect 7-0 on the season, so well on their way to starting out with a lot of trends that usually hold true for a victory for the Cardinals. So I know the fans would be happy to hear all that, and hopefully the remaining 45 seconds of the first quarter and other 3 quarters to go in this game hold true for the Cardinals, with being up on the top side, moving them to the next round of the playoffs. Currently they have a 14-point advantage over the Titans out of Lorain. Tyler Thompson getting set to kick the ball back over to the Titans out of Lorain, as they get set at their own 10-yard line to receive the ball. Kevin Davis being the receiver, catching the ball at the 10-yard line, bringing it out. Again, pretty nice run back for the Titans, going down at about the 30-yard line on the Titans side of the field, as the Cardinals defense getting back out on the field after having a real nice first quarter to this point. The Cardinals have had 2 defensive shutouts this season, pitching a shutout on their 3rd game of the season here at JTO when they played the Euclid Panthers, winning that game 49-0, and also blanking the Brush Arcs 48-0. So again, 2 shutouts this year for the Cards defense. Quarterback Eddie Williamson getting his offensive lineup set up. First down and 10 for the Titans. One receiver to his right, one to his left, and he's got his running back with the burst, and he's going on the Cardinals side of the field, taken down at about the 25-yard line. Inside half a minute to play in the first quarter of play. Sherman Saunders, the senior running back for the Titans, with a burst, really blasting through the Cardinals defense and giving a first down to the Lorain Titans, and giving his crowd something to cheer about here. And Cardinals defense looking like they stopped him, but Sherman Saunders not willing to go down easy, getting a decent gain on first down, going to bring up a second down and short yardage situation for the Titans out of Lorain. 5 seconds to go, though, in the first quarter of play. It's going to be touch and go if they could get this play off in time, and they are not going to be able to. So we're going to end the first quarter of play with the Cardinals with a 2-touchdown lead, 14-0 over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. And the Cardinals last week did end up beating the Strongsville Mustangs. That was a 37-7 victory right here at home at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium on Halloween night. Strongsville, by the way, finishing the regular season at 6-4, and they were mathematically eliminated from the playoff contention. In the Lorain Titans, this is their first official time in the postseason after 2 prior years with having pretty poor regular season records. In 2013, the Titans wound up the season with a 3-6 record. And the year prior to that, we're only 2-8. So in his first year, Dave McFarland really turning that program around with a 7-3 record going into the postseason here. Again, head coach Steve Trevisano, 156 victories going into this game here tonight. Once again, having his team in the postseason, as he traditionally does. The Cardinals with 3 times where they made it to the state final game, as they did last season. Unfortunately, all 3 occasions they've come up on the downside, so they'd love to find some redemption this year and get to that state final game and come up on the right side of the scoreboard as we begin the second quarter of play. Williamson going to pitch that ball off, and that's going to be Carlos Chavez running for a first down for the Titans. Moving the chains for the Titans, going to bring up that first down, and good field position at the 14-yard line in that red zone. The Cardinals D is really going to have to tighten up here in the beginning of the second quarter play. We do have that 2-touchdown advantage, but they would hate to give any momentum here to Lorain, as the Cards getting in there pretty early and stopping that rushing attempt by the Titans. That was number 33, Carlos Chavez, in there for the Titans, but stopped by Kenny Cook. Quickly set for the next play, though. Lorain getting set. Eddie Williamson in that shotgun. And there's going to be a flag called by the official. And it looks like they're going to be backing up with the false start. The Titan offense. .11:21 remaining in the first half of play as we're getting started here. The first couple plays of the second quarter. Breaking down some of the stats after the first quarter play, rushing-wise. Terrell Jackson being the high man with 5 rushing attempts for 65 yards, averaging 13 yards a carry, including a touchdown run. Really showing a strong burst of speed as he did on 2 offensive drives where he was the primary running back. Williamson looking in the middle of the field, and he's got a receiver who's going to find his way into the end zone. Rashad Berry, the defensive standout for the Titans, who we mentioned is going to be playing defense next year for the Ohio State Buckeyes, also in there on offense as he snagged down that catch, putting the Titans on the board with their first score of the night. So score currently showing 14-6. Mentor over Lorain is the Titans offense. There was a flag on the play as well, so it's going to be a personal foul on the Cardinal defense too. It's going to be assessed on the kick as the Titans for the extra point attempt. And it looks like quarterback Eddie Williamson still on the field as well. Looks like they're going to go and kick for the extra point, though. Well, I take it back. They may be going for 2, it appears, as Williamson in that shotgun set. He's looking into the end zone, and he's got a man who was wide open and batted the ball down. Couldn't bring that catch in. That was a dangerous play for the Cardinal defenses. There was a receiver that was wide open, Carlos Chavez, for the Titans offense, and that would have put them up to 8 points on the night, but they fail on a 2-point conversion, so they only have 6 points, the Lorain Titans, but the Cardinals still with the advantage, 14-6 over the visiting team here tonight. 10:57 remaining in the first half of play. Some more of the first quarter stats. Fresh off the presses here, Jake Floria, 5 of 9 passing in that first quarter play for 47 yards, including 1 touchdown pass as he threw to Eddie Doherty. Receiving for the Cards in that first half, Eddie Doherty being the primary target as he had 3 catches for 29 yards, including that touchdown score, averaging 9.7 yards a catch. Jason Blizzard and Jarrell Jackson each having 1 reception in that first quarter of play as well. Jake Floria, 3 rushing attempts in that first quarter of play for 10 yards. Big Alex Matthews, good to see him back in action. Had 2 rushes in that first quarter, returning to competition for the Cards after being off last week versus Strongsville with that ankle injury. Had 18 yards. He had a long run of 17 yards. It really was a big play for the offense that set them up for their touchdown, first touchdown score of the evening. That pass to Eddie Doherty that Jake Floria made. As there's going to be a squib kick, onside kick, but the Cards do recover it. It's going to be some penalty flags thrown on the field, so wait to see what the officials call on this play. 10:55 remaining in the first half. Cards up 14-6. Looks like it's going to be an offsides on the Titans, who are trying to catch the Cardinals off guard with that squib onside kick. They're going to be kicking from the 50-yard line, remembering that the Cardinals did have a personal foul on that touchdown by the Titans, so that's why there's the unusual kicking location here following their score. And Saunders going to kick it off. The Cards do get it in the hands of their man, Brendan Parker, who's got some running room to the 30-yard line, going down at about his own 32-yard line for the Cardinals. It's the Cardinal offense getting back on the field. For the Titans in the first quarter of play, Carlos Chavez led the team with rushing attempts. He had 4 attempts for 15 yards, but Sherman Saunders, 3 carries for 55 yards, including that long 43-yard run that he had just before the end of that first quarter play to really set the Titans up for their score that they just had. Flory in a shotgun set, 2 receivers to his left, and he's going to throw that intended for Eddie Doherty, but well read by the Titans. Incomplete pass to senior wide receiver Eddie Doherty. Again, primary target for Jake Flory in that first quarter play as Eddie had 3 receptions for 29 yards. Cardinals getting set. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Jake Floria flanked with the running back to his right. 1 receiver to his left, 3 to his right. As Jake Floria rolling out to his right. Passing it right by the first down marker, right by the sideline. And they're going to say that was a reception. Zach Sparacia, big number 14, is senior wide receiver for the Cards. Going to put the Cards in good position for this 3rd down and short play. 10:35 remaining in the first half. The Cards with a 14-6 advantage over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. And the Cardinals get that first down straight up the middle. Big Alex Matthews, again, rotating possessions here at the running back spot with Jarrell Jackson. Alex Matthews flushing straight ahead. Finding the lane, and he moved the chains. Going to be a 1st down and 10 yards from their own 43-yard line. 10:20 remaining in the first half. Jake Floria in that shotgun set. Looking for his receiver, Jason Blizzard. He's got some running room, 45 to 50 to the 45-yard line on the Titans side of the field before going out of bounds. It looked like it may have been a late hit by the Titans as well. Jason Blizzard with a nice catch and run, though, putting the ball on the Titans side of the field. 1st and 10, we're going to do it again for the Cards. 10:07 remaining in the first half. As Jake Flory and the rest of the offense looking to the sideline for the play call. Jason Blizzard with a tough catch and run. And they're going to call a penalty on the defense, so it's going to push the Titans back even a little bit further here. As the cowbells are ringing here out in the stands. The crowd well represented here tonight for the first playoff game at home here at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium for the Cardinals. Again, the Lorain Titans traveling pretty well for the distance that they had to come. Probably about an hour away from Mentor to come out on this cold, blustery night. Again, about 45 yards or 45 degrees. Cold temperatures to start the game tonight. Dangerous snap as Jake Flory is going to have to just go down and fall on it as he had a number of Titan defenders up in his face after that wild snap that went up straight in the air, and Jake Flory ended up pulling in but losing quite a bit of yards. Now they're back to their own 50-yard line. They're going to bring up a 2nd down and 21 yards to go. 9:40 remaining in the first half of play here. The Cards with a 14-6 advantage. Jake Flory, shotgun set. He's got a receiver in motion as Jason Blizzard, number 2, looking to throw it. Eddie Doherty, number 40, got some running room. The 40 to the 35. Danson refusing to go down about the 33-yard line. He was taken down. Nice play by Eddie Doherty. 9:10 remaining in first half of play. Going to set him up for a 3rd down and short yardage situation. Jake Floria, shotgun set. We got 1 receiver to his left, 3 to his right, flanked with the 1 running back to his right. That's Alex Matthews. And Jake Flory's going to follow Alex Matthews' lead for the 1st down. The quarterback keeper running straight ahead. Finding a lane and moving the chains for the Cardinals. Keeping the momentum going in the Cardinals' favor. The offense on the move here. 8:45 remaining in the first half of play. Cards looking to add some more points already with 14 on the board. 14-6 advantage over the Titans here. Another tough snap that was brought in by Flory. Giving it to Alex Matthews. Nice run by the junior running back. back in action tonight and showing some nice wheels here, getting some strong position on that first down run. Going to bring up a second down in short yardage situations for the Cardinal offense. 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half of play. And they're going to give them a first down on that run. 1st and 10, we're going to do it again for the Cards. Flory going to give it off to Alex Matthews. Pushing straight ahead for another strong run by big number 44. Going to bring up a second down for the Cards. A little bit over 8 minutes to go in the first half of play. Flag on the play, though. See what the officials call on this. And it looks like the offense is going to be backing up, so it may end up being a holding call. And it's going to be a holding penalty against the Cardinal offense. Going to take back that strong run on first down by Alex Matthews. Again, Alex Matthews back this week after missing last week's game with that sprained ankle that he suffered against the Hudson Explorers. The only loss of the season for the Cards. So Alex Matthews missed that game last week, and his role filled admirably last week by number 3, Jarrell Action Jackson, who he's rotating possessions with tonight. Jake Floria, he's going to hand the ball off. Alex Matthews again with the big run. Coming through like the wrecking ball. Another big run for Alex Matthews on first down for the Cardinals. 7.5 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. The Cardinals offense on the move. The high-scoring attack for the Cardinals. A little bit off the pace in what they average, averaging over 41 points per game in the regular season. Jake Flory looking to the sideline for the play call. It's going to end up being a second down and 4 yards to go for the first down from the 7-yard line on the Titan side of the field. Floria throwing it across the middle to Malik Porter. Getting in the mix for another 6. Cardinals added another touchdown to the score. Big Malik Porter in the middle of the field pulling in that pass from Jake Floria. Putting another score up there for the Cardinal offense. Time to score. How about 6 more? 20-6. The Cards with the lead here in the first half of play. 7:05 remaining in the first half of this first playoff game of the 2014 football season for Mentor. Tyler Thompson getting out there to attempt the extra point. It's up, and that one is good, so it's going to be a score of 21-6 over the Lorain Titans here. The Mentor Cardinals with the big home crowd. First playoff game of the 2014 season. Cardinals coming in ranked as the number 4 team in the Division I Region I playoff bracket. The winner of this game again next week is going to face either Berea Mid-Park or Canton Glen Oak. The number 1 team in the Division I Region I bracket being the Hudson Explorers. A lot of tough competition in Division I Region I bracket. Is also have the St. Edward Eagles, the number 2 ranked team in the bracket. 3rd ranked team being the Westerville Central Warhawks. The same record as the Cardinals, 9-1. As the Cards going to come out on the field and kick it over to the Titans with following up after that scoring drive. Malik Porter on that reception from Jake Floria. Again, Cardinal TV bringing it to you tonight. First playoff game here. Cardinals at home at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium. You can check out that game, the game here live. Maybe you're listening to us on ESPNCleveland.com. Audio only this evening, though. But remember, you could also watch the replay of the game. You can watch it on Cardinal TV, Mentor, Ohio, on our YouTube channel, or also in Mentor on the Time Warner channel 96.96 as the Cards getting set to kick it off. Tyler Thompson, the senior kicker, from his 40-yard line on a windy night here in Mentor, Ohio. He's calling for 15-mile-an-hour winds, but it sure looks the way these flags are whipping around at the start of the game, that at least at the start of the game, the miles per hour was a little bit faster than that. Chilly night out there, 46 degrees to begin the game. Feels like about 35 degrees though with that wind chill. 6:59 remaining in the first half of play. Titans going to have the ball at their own 38-yard line, so decent position for Eddie Williamson the quarterback and the rest of the offensive squad for the Titans. Familiar formation where he's got shotgun set with 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's got 2 running backs on each side of him in that shotgun set. He's going to give it to the up back, and that's going to be Sherman Saunders, the senior running back, not finding a whole lot of running room for the Titans before being taken down by the Cardinals D. 6:45 remaining in the first half of play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Lorain Titans. Cardinal defense looking to have another strong possession here. Got a bad taste in their mouth after giving up that touchdown to the Titans. The defense been pretty stingy here at home all season long. Pitching the ball to number 6. Looked like Rashad Berry. And that was actually number 5, Sherman Saunders, who got that pitch for a short yardage situation. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go from their 44-yard line for the Lorain Titans. 6 minutes ago in the first half of play. Big 3rd down play for both teams here, as the Cardinals would love to stop them here and halt any momentum that the Titans may be trying to gain. Same set, though. Williamson in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and he's got 2 running backs, 1 to each side of him. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. The Titans snap the ball. Williamson going to again pitch that one out. It's going to Saunders, who looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down, as the ball is going to end up at about midfield. 1st and 10 for the Titans when we come back to play here. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Cardinals with the 21-6 advantage. 1st and 10, Lorain. And they're going to spot the ball at the 49-yard line, so they were just shy of midfield. This time Williamson has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, 1 receiver to his back, and he's a running back, and he's going to hand it off for about a 5-yard gain for the Titans. And that's going to be Carlos Chavez, the sophomore running back who got the carry that time for the Titans. Trevor Morrison getting in there on the tackle on defense for the Cardinals. He's going to call it a 2nd down and 6 from the 45-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field for the Titans. Williamson, shotgun set, 2 receivers to his right, or 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and he's going to hand that ball off to the running back. Going to be stuffed shy of the 1st down. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Carlos Chavez coming up shy of the 1st down on that rush. Big Trevor Morris, number 50 for the Cardinals, coming up with a stop on defense, but it's going to be a 3rd and 1 yard to go. Short yardage situations for the Titans offense. Again, 3 receivers to his right. And Williamson's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be shy of that 1st down, coming up a couple yards shy as he was pushed back, maybe even lost yards on that play as he held onto it for the quarterback keeper. Lost his footing a little bit before going down. I got a feeling that the Titans, though, are going to end up going for it. Williamson's looking to the sideline of his coach, Dave McFarland, to see what he wants to do, and they are going to go for it. So big 4th down play for the Titans as the Cardinals faithful here, getting loud, trying to cheer the defense on to stop the Titans on this big 4th down and 2 yards to go for the 1st. Trying to draw the defense offside to no avail. Giving it to the running back, and it looked like they may have stuffed him short of the 1st down, and they did. Big number 54, Nico Lautman getting in there, stopping Carlos Chavez, the running back. The running back for the Titans coming up shy. Brady Crandall getting in there as well on the tackle for the Cards. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Turnover on downs as the Cardinal defense, couple back-to-back big plays with stuffing the rushing attack by the Lorain Titans. Getting some more momentum in favor of the Cardinals, and the Cardinals' high-powered offense getting back on the field, averaging over 41 points per game in a regular season. Already with 21 points on this evening here. First game of the postseason. Jake Floria, 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, 1 receiver in motion. And he's going to keep it himself on the quarterback keeper, getting hit hard at about the 48-yard line, going down. The quarterback keeper. 2nd down and 5 yards to go here. 3:17 remaining in the first half of play. The Cards 21-6 over top of the Titans out of Lorain, and it's going to be a timeout called as there is a player that's being tended to by the training staff. That was Robert Orsler, the player that was being tended to by the training staff for the Lorain Titans. Final regular season standings. The News Herald, top of the crop, did have Mentor as their top-rated team. Cleveland.com poll found the Mentor Cardinals being the third-ranked team in the area. Number one was the Hudson Explorers, followed by the St. Edward Eagles. The Ohio Associated Press putting the Cardinals as the number 4 ranked team on the final Ohio Associated Press poll. Hudson again led that poll. And the only team in the USA Today national rankings in the area being the Hudson Explorers again this week. Hudson ended that regular season undefeated. Floria, 2nd and 5, looking downfield. His receiver tripped up and fell down, and they're looking for a penalty flag, which was thrown on the field. Eddie Dorter being tripped up, but it may end up being a flag on the defense here. And it sure looks like it's going to be a pass interference call, but wait for the final word from the officials here. 3:11 remaining in the first half of play. The Cards with the sizable advantage, 21-6 over the visiting team out of Lorain, the Titans here. That was a 2nd down and 5, and Jake Floria looking well downfield, and they're going to call a pass interference on the defense as expected as Eddie Doherty went down to the ground. He was wide open on that play as Jake Flory was looking to him. 1st and 10, we're going to do it again for the Cardinal offense. Again, Eddie Doherty had quite a bit of real estate ahead of him if he would have caught that ball, but that was a penalty on the Titans defense, putting the ball at the 37-yard line on the Titans side of the field. A little bit over 3 minutes to go in the first half of play. Floria rolling out to his left under a lot of pressure, and he's going to go to the sideline at about midfield, losing a lot of yards, losing about 13 yards on that play. Rolling out to his left and immediately found a number of defensive players right in front of his chin strap, flushing him out of bounds. So it's going to be a big loss on that play for the Cardinals. Going to put the ball back at the 49-yard line this time on the Titans side of the field. 2nd down and 22 yards to go for the first down. Floria, 2 receivers to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Floria looking downfield, actually looking to run the ball, a little bit of room, but refusing to go down, getting close to about the 46-yard line for the Cardinals offense, as it looked like the Titans had that play well read. Big number 6, Rashad Berry, looking like he may have had Floria up in his wraps right at about the line of scrimmage, but ended up squeaking through for a few more yards was Jake Floria. Cardinals on offense again with that spread formation. 2 receivers to the right this time, 2 to his left, and he's got Jarrell Jackson being the running back flanked to his left on this possession. 3rd down and 19 yards to go for the first down. Malik Porter with the nice reception, but juggling the ball, and that ball was up for grabs. See what the officials call. If they're going to call that a catch, that would be a fumble and a turnover to the Titans, and that is going to be what the call was. That was a catch by big number 4, Malik Porter, and he ended up having the ball coming loose, and that turned it over to the Titans, giving a little bit of momentum to Lorain. Is very animated going to the sideline. Malik Porter very disappointed in himself after making a nice catch, but giving the ball over to the visiting team. 2 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the first half of play. The Cards still with that 21-6 advantage, but giving a little bit of momentum here to the Titans following that turnover. Williamson's going to be going to his left, and he's going to be a quarterback keeper with a running room, flushing ahead to midfield for the first down for the Titans. You'd have to think they're going to try to go into a bit of a hurry-up offensive formation here with the clock moving to about 2 minutes to go for the first half of play. 1st down and 10 right from midfield for the Titans out of Lorain. Williamson in that shotgun set, 2 running backs. Going to give it to the first running back, that's Carlos Chavez, who brings it onto the Cardinal side of the field at about the 44-yard line on the Cardinal side of the field. going to bring up a second down and 4 yards to go for the first. As the Titans trying to line up again for a quick formation here for the second down and 4 as clock goes to about a minute and a half remaining in the first half of play. 2 receivers to the right, and that's where he's looking downfield again to number 6, but nearly picked off by the Cardinals defense. Kenny Cook, the man with his hands on the ball, nearly having that pick as Williamson was looking downfield for big Rashad Berry. Dangerous pass for the Titans, but Cardinals defensive backs having a good season to date and usually make it problematic for the opposing offense, as Kenny Cook did on that play. Minute 23 remaining in the first half. Williamson shotgun, said he's going to give it to that first running back, Saunders, and he's going to be taken down by the Cardinals D. Sherman Saunders being the running back, but he was quickly taken down by the Cards. Big Billy Hudson getting credit for the tackle on that. Nico Lottinen getting in the mix too with the tackle for the Cardinals. Going to be a 4th down and 3 yards to go. Titans again going to go for it on 4th down inside a minute to play. 56 seconds remaining in the first half. Cards with the 21-6 advantage. Williamson, the high snap, and he's going to hold it himself, looking like he was going to pitch it, but he's brought down by a host of Cardinal defenders, being flushed back to about midfield. Going to be a big turnover on downs. The Cardinals defense coming up strong. J.D. Matsko, the co-captain for the Cardinals on defense, getting in there along with getting a little help from his friends too, is the Cardinals defense putting a lot of pressure on the Titans, bringing the house on that play on that 4th and short. Titans coming up shy and turning that ball over to the Cardinals offense, who with 42 seconds remaining in the first half of play, anybody who's followed the Cardinals knows that that's plenty of time for them to put some more points on the board before the 42 seconds expire here. And the Cardinals wearing their scarlet jerseys again tonight. In the 6 other occasions they wore their scarlet jerseys this season, the Cardinals coming up victorious. Not to mention the Cardinals with their perfect 6-0 record here at the JTO this season. Newly renovated Jerome T. Osborne Stadium with that field turf that they installed over the summer here. It's been the friendly confines here at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium. 1st and 10 for the Cards from their own 46-yard line. Jake Floria, 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. 5 wide receivers set. Looking downfield, he's got a receiver midfield, but he overshot him. Dangerous pass to Eddie Doherty. Nearly ended up in the arms of his second receiver. Jason Blizzard nearly got that tip after it went off the hands of Eddie Doherty, but a dangerous pass in the middle of the field as there was a number of Titan defenders right there. The winds again did calm down a little bit from the beginning of the game, but still a little bit of wind going on here, making it difficult to pass this evening. 37 seconds remaining in the first half play. Flory going to the sideline, finding a receiver. Jarrell Jackson, number 3 over there, pulling the ball in. 28 seconds to go in the first half of play, and the Cards taking a timeout. Does Coach Trevisano. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5 yards to go from the 49-yard line. Cards looking to tack on some more points and boost up that 21-6 lead that they currently enjoy here at home. The Cards, we do know, are going to go into halftime with the lead, and the Cards being 8-0 on the season when they go into the halftime with the lead. Again, Cards did lead after the first quarter of play as well, and that usually bodes well for the Cardinals as they're 7-0 on the season after leading after the first quarter. Non-conference games too. The Cards playing 3 non-conference games going into this game tonight, 3-0 in those matchups. 3rd down and 5 for the Cardinals. We know the Cardinals generally go for it on 4th down, so this is probably being a 2-down situation for the Cards, but the high-scoring, potent offensive attack that averages 41 points per game. Looking to put some pressure on the Titans. They're going to give it to Alex Matthews, but little running room as he's going to go down at about midfield. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 situation. Inside 10 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's going to be interesting to see if the Cards could get one more play here. 5 seconds to go, and it looks like Coach Trevisano is going to be content to let the clock wind down, but there's the timeout, and it's going to be 2 seconds to go in the first half of play, so they are going to get off one more play, try to put some points on the board before the first half clock expires. Number of umbrellas out here in the stands as it is off and on with some rain this evening too, to go with the 45-degree temperatures. Again, with that wind chill, making it feel even colder than that, so feeling like football playoff weather. First game of the postseason for the Cardinals. At home here, 21-6 the advantage over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. That ball position right at midfield. They're going to actually call it a 4th down and 6 yards to go for the Cardinals. Coach Trevisano talking about it here. Jake Floria again in his first postseason game, because this being his first season as the Cardinals signal caller here. Going to be 3 receivers to his left. Going to be 1 to his right. Alex Matthews out there as the rain is coming down, misting down. Jake Floria looking downfield, and it's going to be picked off at the 20-yard line by the Titans. And they're going to get close to midfield, but that's going to expire the clock here in the first half as time runs out. Cardinals with that 21-6 advantage we're going to go into halftime with. Cardinal TV bringing it to you, the postseason for the Cardinals, 2014 Cardinal football. 21-6 advantage going into halftime. We'll catch up with everybody in the second half of play. Getting ready to begin the second half of competition here. Again, coming out of halftime, the Cardinals with the 21-6 advantage over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. Pete Stark, Cardinal TV, bringing it to you. Maybe catching us live on ESPNCleveland.com. Audio only this week, though, for the playoffs. Or also could be watching us on a replay of the game, Cardinal TV, Mentor, Ohio, on our YouTube channel, or in Mentor, Ohio on Time Warner Cable, channel 96.96. Again, the Cardinals with that 21-6 advantage at halftime over the Lorain Titans, who came into the game here with a regular season record of 7-3. Again, 3 losses, all coming against playoff competition. The 3 teams they lost to being Midview, Bedford, and Maple Heights. All teams have made it to the postseason. Some of the first half statistics. Jake Floria leading the way for the Cardinals with the rushing attack. 8 carries for 28 yards, and passing 11 out of 18 for his passing attempts, throwing for 107 yards and 2 touchdown scores in that first half of play. Did throw 1 interception as well. Again, good to see Alex Matthews back in action for the Cardinals. He was out of competition last week against Strongsville because of that sprained ankle. 6 carries in the first half for 42 yards, averaging 6.8 yards a carry, along being 17 yards. Jarrell Jackson having a big week last week and carrying that momentum over to this week too, gaining a lot of confidence last week against Strongsville and the Mustangs, and that victory right here at the JTO. Jarrell Jackson had 5 carries in the first half and actually led the Cardinals in rushing yards with 65, averaging 13 yards a carry and really showing a burst of speed. 1 touchdown on the ground for Jarrell Jackson as well in that first half. A long run of 19 yards in that first half as well. Jake Floria spreading the ball around quite a bit to a number of different receivers. Eddie Doherty being the top receiver in the first half with 4 catches for 46 yards, including a touchdown score. Jason Blizzard, Malik Porter, and Jarrell Jackson all with 2 catches apiece in the first half of play. Jason Blizzard 33 yards on his 2 catches. Malik Porter 17 yards and a touchdown score with his multiple catches in the first half. And Jarrell Jackson 2 catches for only 3 yards. Zach Sparacia also getting a catch in the first half of play as well. So 5 receivers getting in the mix in the first half for the Cardinals. Real contrast for the Lorain Titans, who have a much more prominent offense based around their rushing attack. 125 yards on the ground for the Titans, led by Sherman Saunders, 6 carries for 62 yards, and Carlo Chavez with 11 carries for 47 yards. And he did have a long, Sherman Saunders had a long run of 43 yards. Passing for the Titans, so only 5 of 7 for 26 yards, and only 2 different receivers with catches for the Titans in the first half, as the Cardinals getting the ball to begin the second half. Going out of bounds at about the 40-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field. Good field position. Malik Porter, used to seeing him on the offensive side. He's one of the outside receivers for Jake Flory and his Cardinal offense, but getting the ball on the kickoff there, putting the Cardinal offense in pretty good field position to begin the second half of play from their own 40-yard line. 21-3, the Mentor Cardinals in their first postseason game of the 2014 season versus the visiting Lorain Titans. 21-6 advantage. Jake Flory in that shotgun set, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Eddie Doherty getting a handoff. A little bit of running room to midfield, squeaking past the 50, and the ball did come loose, and the Titans say they got the ball. And the officials are pointing their hand in the Titans' offensive direction, so that was a nice run by Eddie Doherty, but he did lose the ball and fumble it over to the Titans, so it's going to be putting the ball in the hands of Lorain, and now they have good field position at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 situation. 21-6, the Cards with the lead, but turning it over on the first possession of the second half of play. That was Eddie Doherty's first carry of the night, and not very good results after turning the ball over on the fumble. Eddie Williamson, the quarterback for the Titans, in the shotgun set, 1 receiver to his right, 1 to his left, and the option play, and he's going to keep himself, and he's going to be taken down for only about a yard. So it's going to end up being a 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Kyle Tankovich getting credit for the tackle for the Cards. And big Trevor Morrison getting his mojo rising a little bit, helping out on that tackle for the Cardinals. 11:20 remaining in the third quarter play. The Cards up 21-6, but after that turnover, giving the Titans good field position as they have 2nd down and 9. Williamson looking to pass, but holding it on his own, but going down for the sack. Pete Kunka getting in there, and Billy Hudson, number 51 as well. Trevor Morrison was right in the mix too. The Cardinals getting a lot of pressure on Williamson after he faked the ball and held it on his own. Going to be a 3rd down and long situation. 3rd and 11 from the 48 for the Titans out of Lorain, as Williamson's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Got 1 receiver or 1 running back on each side of him in the backfield. Faking the pass, and he faking the run, making the pass, which was batted down at the line of scrimmage. Good hands by the Cardinal defense batting that ball down. It's going to be 4th down and 11 for the Titans, and they're look content to punt the ball over to the Cardinals, as Eddie Doherty lining up at about his own 25-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field, ready to return this punt for Mentor. Eddie Williamson doing double duty, the quarterback and also the punter for the Titans. Eddie Doherty is just going to let that ball bounce, and is going to take a Titans roll to about the 17-yard line on the Cardinal side of the field. But nice stop by the Cardinal defense to stuff the Titans offense on 3rd down and long, getting their hands on that pass that Williamson was attempting, so forcing Williamson to go to his other position as being the punter for the Titans and kicking it over to the Cardinals. There was a flag on the play. 10:22 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And they're walking the teams back towards midfield. Coach Trevisano is going to move them back here, so that penalty is going to be going against the Titans. So this will give, you would have to think, the Cardinals an opportunity to get some better field position here after accepting the holding penalty against the Lorain Titans. Coach Trevisano accepting that penalty, pushing the Titans back even further for this punt. So Eddie Williamson's going to Be doing his double duty action again. Here is the punter for the Lorain Titans. They're going to be 4th down and 21 yards at the 38-yard line is what it's going to boil down to, but it's going to bring up Eddie Doherty a little bit farther as he's positioned at his 30-yard line awaiting the punt. Eddie Williamson's going to get it off, and it's going to be a fair catch, but much better field position is going to be about the 26-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field. Getting some of the scoring breakdown in the first half of play for this game here. The halftime score, the same score that we're looking at right now, 21-6. In the first quarter of play with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in that first quarter, Jake Floria found Eddie Doherty for an 8-yard touchdown pass. 45 seconds remaining in that first quarter play. The Cardinals struck back. Jarrell Jackson rushing for a 1-yard touchdown score. Jake Flory here on first down, going to hand the ball off to Alex Matthews, bringing the ball up close to the 38-yard line. Getting hit hard, but a nice rush on first down. They're going to call him just shy of the first down for Alex Matthews. Again, good to see him back on the field of competition, and he's going to go to the sideline after that hard hit. So Jarrell Jackson's going to be out there in that running back position as he's been rotating the running back duties with Alex Matthews this evening after getting the lion's share of the carries last week with Alex Matthews being out with the injury. They are going to measure and see if that was a first down. It was a fairly close run. It looked like, from my eyes up here in the press box, like he may have gotten that first down. So they are going to measure it out, and it does look like the Cardinals do have the first down. So 1st and 10, we're going to do it again for the Cardinals offense at about the 38-yard line on the Cards side of the field. Again, giving you the scoring summary from that first half of play. Lorain's only score in the first half. Eddie Williamson passing to Rashad Berry for a 15-yard touchdown pass with 10:57 remaining in a half. As we get set for 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, Floria looking for dangerous pass as he was looking for Eddie Doherty on the left side, but getting broken up by the Titan defenders. 9:59 remaining in the third quarter of play. The final score for the Cardinals in the first half found Jake Floria passing to Malik Porter for an 8-yard touchdown with 7:05 remaining in the second quarter of play. So that's the scoring breakdown. Jake Floria getting set, 2nd down and 10 for the Cards. He's looking to pass again. This time got a receiver wide open, Malik Porter, but he overshoots him. That would have been a touchdown for sure if it would have been thrown a little bit lower, because Malik Porter was wide open on the left side of the field as he was running down to about the 30-yard line on the Titan side of the field. Would have been a surefire TD, but Jake Floria just putting that over the outstretched hands of Malik Porter. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rolling out to his right, Jake Floria found a receiver. It's going to be close, and he got the first down. That looks like number 2, Jason Blizzard, getting in the mix, finding the lane, moving the chain after the catch. It looked like he may have been short of the first down, but nudged it just far enough ahead to get that first down for the Cards. So 1st and 10, we're going to do it again. 9:42 remaining in the third quarter play. The Cards up 21-6. Jake Floria got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Jason Blizzard going in motion, and the play is going to be whistled dead. It's going to be a timeout called by the Cardinals here as they're going to talk about it a little bit. 1st and 10 going to come up when the Cards get back on the field after that nice catch and pass between Jake Floria and the junior wide receiver, Jason Blizzard. First half of play, the Cardinals doubling up the first downs over top of Lorain. The Cards with 16 first downs in the first half, only 8 by the Lorain Titans. Rushing yards in the first half, Lorain did have a slight advantage as they had 116 yards on the ground. Cardinals with 103 yards on the ground. Passing yards in the first half, Lorain only mustering up 26 yards of passing offense. Cardinals with 107 yards on the passing attack in the first half of play. Cardinals had 37 offensive plays in the first half and 29 for the Lorain Titans. So total yards in the first half of play, 210 yards for the Mentor Cardinals, Only 142 for the Lorain Titans. Cards average 5.7 yards per play in the first half, and Lorain only 4.9 as Jake Fleury getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to hand that ball off to Eddie Doherty, juking and jiving, getting the first down, refusing to go down, but being taken down at about the 30-yard line on the Titans side of the field. 1st and 10, we're going to do it again. Eddie Doherty on a nice rush for the Cardinals. 9:21 remaining in the third quarter. Play the Cards up 21-6. Cards on the move here in the offense. The 30-yard line, they find the ball position on the Titans side of the field. Jake Fleury in that shotgun set. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Jarrell Jackson going out wide. Dangerous pass as he was taken down by Robert Ausler. Hitting Jarrell Jackson pretty hard here as that pass goes awry, incomplete on 1st down. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinal offense. 9:02 remaining in the third quarter of play. Jake Fleury in the offense looking to the sideline for the play call. First half of play found the Titans going for it 3 times when they were on offense for 4th down, all times unsuccessful. So the Cards getting set, 2nd down and 10. Jake Fleury looking downfield, looking to pass in the middle of the field. Dangerous pass as Jason Blizzard was the nearest Cardinal receiver, but he nearly threw another INT as Aaron Neal, the defender for the Titans, nearly getting the pickoff. Fleury did have 1 interception in the first half of play, and Fleury has been marred by throwing some picks here in the last few games for the Cardinals. 8:58 remaining in the third quarter play. 3rd down and 10 for the Cards from the 30-yard line on the Titans side of the field. Fleury, shotgun set, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and he's going to hand that ball off. That's going to be Eddie Doherty running hard, straight ahead, close to the 20-yard line. Going to end up being just shy of that 1st down for the Cards as they're going to mark it at about the 21-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to actually call it 2 yards to go from the 22-yard line. So 4th and short, and you know the Cards are going to go for it. Offense not even flinching, staying on the field here. Jake Fleury, a shotgun set. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Flanked to his right by his running back. That time was Eddie Doherty. Inside of 10 to 5. And inside the end zone, it appears for the touchdown for the Cardinals. Time to score. How about 6 more? That was Alex Matthews coming in like the wrecking ball for the Cardinals. 27-6, the Cards rushing ahead on a touchdown score. Glad to have him back this week. Alex Matthews, the junior running back for the Cardinals, running hard straight through the Titan defense into the end zone for the Cards, putting them on the board in the second half with the score, bringing the lead up to 27-6. Tyler Thompson looking to add 1 more for the Cards. 8:17 remaining in the third quarter of play. The senior kicker getting set. The snap, and it's up, and that one's good. So the Cards are now going to be up 28-6 over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. First playoff game of the 2014 season for the Cardinals. Again, the Cardinals being a number 4 ranked team in the Division I, Region I playoff bracket. Cards looking good this evening. Only giving up the 1 score to the Titans, and they were unsuccessful on their 2-point conversion attempt, so hence the 6 points that Lorain has on the board. But Cardinals with 4 touchdown scores tonight, accounting for their 28-6 lead that they currently have. Jake Fleury passing in the first quarter to Eddie Doherty for 1 of those scores. Jarrell Jackson rushing for a score. Jake Fleury passing to Malik Porter for another score, and now Alex Matthews getting in the mix for another 6 on that touchdown run for the Cardinals. Senior kicker Tyler Thompson getting to cue it up from his own 40-yard line, getting set to kick it over to the Titans. 8:17, the time on the clock in the third quarter of play. Cardinals been enjoying this home cooking all season long here at the JTO. 6 previous games here at Jerome T. Osborne Senior Stadium and 6 victories. So this looking to be lucky number 7 here tonight for the Cards. Tyler Thompson, a short kick, It's going to be received at about the 28-yard line. That's going to be the Titans getting stuffed back to about the 2-yard line. Sherman Saunders being the receiver on that play for the Titans, but not finding a whole lot of running room on that kickoff return. 8:10 remaining in the third quarter play. Mark Walton, one of the tacklers in there for the Cardinals. So the Titans going to begin this drive on the 35-yard line on their own side of the field. Down 28-6 here versus the Mentor Cardinals. Quarterback Eddie Williamson in that familiar shotgun set. He's got one receiver to his right, two to his left. One running back on each side of him in the backfield. 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. Williamson getting prepared for the snap. Looking to his left. He's got no one open, so he's going to tuck it in. He's going to run with it, but being recognized early and often by the Cards. Taken down. I seen Trevor Morrison getting in there. Ended up getting about 4 yards on that carry for the quarterback for the Titans. Eddie Williamson, also J.D. Matsko getting in there too for the Cardinals defense. Going to be 2nd down and 5, 7:45 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Titans from their own 40-yard line. Eddie Williamson's got two receivers to his right, one to his left. Two running backs lined up on either side of him. Eddie Williamson, the quarterback, looking to throw to the left side, and he's got a receiver, and that's going to be a first down reception. Aaron Neal on a reception for the Titans. Aaron Neal and Rashad Berry, the only two Titans players with a reception here tonight. Aaron Neal did have one catch in the first half, and now he's got one to go along with it in the second half of play. Eddie Williamson in a shotgun. Two receivers to his right, one to his left, but he's going to tuck it in. He's going to run with it. Cardinals had a beat on him, but not after Williamson getting in there for about a 7-yard gain on first down for the Titans. Going to bring up a short yardage situation on 2nd down for the Titans. Again, a good crowd here out in Mentor to watch the Cardinals begin the postseason here in 2014. And the Cardinals have been treated over the years to some pretty deep playoff runs, hoping to have another one this season as they made it to the state final game last year for the 3rd time. And Coach Trevisano's long-tenured 18-year career. The Cardinals got Williamson on the run, flushing him to the right, but he's going to look downfield, and he's got no one there, so he's just going to throw it away as that ball drops dead at about the 20-yard line under a lot of pressure by Nico Lawton, and Pete Kunka got in there, forcing Williamson out to the sideline. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. It's going to be a 3rd down and short for the Titans, as the crowd yelling for the defense to pick it up here and stuff the Titans once again. Titans 1 of 5 on 3rd downs in the first half of play. Williamson going to get the ball and picked off by the Cardinals. Kenny Cook with the INT for the Cardinals D. Nice play by the Cardinals. Going to give the ball over to Mentor. There's a flag on the field. We're going to see if that turnover is going to hold or not. And that was a false start play on the offense, so they're going to go ahead and decline that, does Coach Trevisano. So it's going to put the ball back in the hands of the Cardinals offense. Nice play by Kenny Cook in the Cardinal defense, the junior defensive back, getting his hands on it and pulling in that INT for the Cardinals. 44-yard line on the Mentor side of the field for this 1st and 10. Jake Flory out there, the senior quarterback in his first postseason game. Two receivers to his right, two to his left is Eddie Doherty going in motion. Eddie Doherty, not a whole lot of running room, trying to make something out of nothing. Refusing to go down. Eddie Doherty making something out of nothing, as I think everybody thought he was going down, but he's able to wriggle his way out of the would-be tacklers, able to gain about 3 yards on that carry on first down for the Cards. 6:05 remaining in the third quarter of play. Three receivers to the left, one to his right, as Jarrell Jackson is going to stand to the left of Jake Floria. Jarrell Jackson going out to the left, but he's looking in the middle of the field. Dangerous pass again by Jake Floria as he was looking to hit Malik Porter, but dangerous pass again, as it nearly could have been picked off by the Titan defenders. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the first down for the Cardinals from their own 48-yard line. Jake Fleury getting set in that shotgun set. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Jarrell Jackson's going to be there, flanked to his left in a running back spot. And Fleury is going to keep it on a quarterback keeper and struggle to even get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring the punting unit out here for the Cardinals, as Kyle Ulbrich is going to end up coming out on 4th and 9 to punt the ball over to the Titans. 5.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter play. The Cards do enjoy a 28-6 advantage here at home over the Titans out of Lorain. As Ulbrich controlled the snap and got the kick off, it's going to bounce at about the 20-yard line on the Titans side of the field. 5:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter play. You're going to bring out the Titans offense. Breakdown of some of the other local teams that made it into the postseason, as there were some games last night. Aurora beating Kenston 42-24 in Division III. Local team Chardon in Division III as well, coming up on the downside of a game versus Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, as Chardon went down 34-13 in the playoff game last night. And DCL victorious with a 45-27 win over Field in Division IV. 1st and 10 for the Lorain Titans, looking downfield for Barry. And they're going to say that's an incomplete pass, as he was juggling that ball as he was at the sideline at about the 40-yard line for the Titans. The big receiving target for the Lorain Titans. Again, he's going to be he's verbally committed to the Ohio State Buckeyes, so he's going to be a Buckeye next season. Going to be playing defense for Ohio State next year. Going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Titans from their own 23-yard line. 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. Williamson looking to pass under a lot of pressure by the Cardinals. Nowhere to go as he's on the run, as he's getting some positive yards, and he ended up running for the first down as he's going out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Making something out of nothing on the Titan side of the field is Eddie Williamson, as it looked like he was going to be going down, as a number of Cardinal defenders had a look at bringing the signal caller for the Titans down, but he ended up scrambling to his left and getting the first down on that broken play. 4:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Titans offense going to show 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Going to give it to the up back. Chavez going to find little running room for about a 3-yard gain on 1st down and 10 for the Titans. Again, breaking down some of the local scores from last night in the playoffs. The Madison victorious last night, 49-21 over Brecksville in Division II. 4:15 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. 2nd and 6 they're going to call it for the Titans. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Williamson looking downfield, and he's got number 10, Kevin Davis. And it's going to go loose, and the Cardinals are going to wind up with it after the Titans had a rip at it to the midfield to 40-yard line, about the 38-yard line before being taken down. The Titans had a reception there. Kevin Davis on the catch, but he ended up coughing the ball up to the Cardinals defense. Actually coughed the ball up, and the Titans had their hands on it to try to recover after that fumble, but it ended up spitting free again, and the Cardinals getting their hands on it, making a big turnover and a nice run back after that fumble recovery, bringing the ball up to about the 38-yard line on the Titans side of the field. 3:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. That was J.D. Matsko, the co-captain on this Cardinals team, the senior linebacker for the Cardinals. 3 minutes, 49 seconds is Lorain in disagreement with the call by the officials there. But the referees have given the ball to the Cardinals here in fantastic field position following that turnover where the Cardinals defense ended up with the ball. 28-6, the Mentor Cardinals, the home team, with the lead here. And the Cards waiting to find out the winner of that Canton-Glen Oak Mid-Park game. And Canton-Glen Oak with the lead right now. Alex Matthews going to get the run. And he's taken down at about the 35-yard line. Alex Matthews having a nice game this evening, coming back in action. That ankle looks like it's feeling a lot better for the Cardinals running back. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Cardinals from the 35-yard line. Cards looking to add on to that 28-6 lead that they currently enjoyed. 3 receivers to the left. Going to go to Alex Matthews again with some running room. We're freezing to go down. It's going to be into about the 19-yard line on the Titan side of the field. Coming in like the wrecking ball, knocking over the defenders of the Titans. Big running back number 44, Alex Matthews, finding a lane, moving the chains for the Cardinal offense. Jake Flory in that shotgun set. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Alex Matthews immediately to his right, going to get the ball again. The workhorse on this drive, going to about the 5-yard line. Alex Matthews showing some fresh legs after rested a little bit last week versus Strongsville. Really looking good out there tonight. He does have 1 rushing score this evening for the Cards. First and goal to goal for the Cardinals offense with 2:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. 28-6, the Cards looking to tack on some more points. Jake Flory, a shotgun set, and he's going to hand the ball off to the left. Alex Matthews, and it looks like he's going to get into the end zone. Time to score. How about 6 more for the Cards? Going to push that score up to 34-6. And the Cardinals offense getting in the groove here. 2:31 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. The Cards going to go for the extra point attempt. The senior kicker, Tyler Thompson, going out there to tack on 1 more for the Cards on this scoring drive. And it sure looks like the Cards are positioning themselves very well to move on to that next round of the playoffs. Tyler Thompson right through the uprights. Going to be 35-6. The Cardinal lead right now at home at the Jerome T. Osborne Stadium. Commanding lead over top of the Lorain Titans. And the Cardinals now over 30 points. On the season, the Cardinals 8-0 when they score over 30 points in a game. And very close to the mercy rule. Only 1 point away from that mercy rule, but the Cards with that 35-6 advantage, just shy of that. The Cardinals getting set here to kick off after a nice drive that was highlighted by Alex Matthews, returning to some of his premier form this game here with his 2nd rushing touchdown on the night. With his hard rushing style, Alex Matthews with a couple big runs, getting the ball on successive plays and finally pushing it into the end zone for that score for the Cardinals offense, putting that lead up to 35-6 over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. Really a demoralizing touchdown score for the Cardinals. That must have taken a lot of the wind out of the sails of this Titans squad here, being on the road in the cold. 45 degrees, but with that wind making it feel like only in the upper 30s. Off and on with rain all night and some windy conditions early on before calming down a little bit here. So it's going to be tough at this point for the Titans to muster anything to come back at this point. Sloppy return there. Hard to handle on that ball, but Titans end up holding on to it and being taken down at about the 22-yard line. Getting a little bit chippy out there. It's got to be some frustration on the field by the Lorain Titans here with the being on the downside of this game as far back as they are at this point. Going to be 1st down and 10 from their own. We're going to call it 24-yard line for Lorain as we get back out here. Breakdown of some more of the scores from last night in the local area in the playoffs. Bedford winning 49-18 over Garfield Heights in Division II. Mayfield winning 49-12, winning big in Division II over Maple Heights. Kirtland in Division 6 winning 37-7 over Hillsdale. Is Eddie Williamson, that quarterback, once again in the shotgun set. One receiver to his right. He's got two to his left. Flanked by a running back on either side of him. 2 seconds, and they're not going to get this play off here. It's going to be a delay of game penalty by the offense, as Eddie Williamson was not able to get that play off on the Titans offense here. 2:24 remaining in the third quarter, and it's going to make it that much more difficult on themselves. 1st and 15 for the Titans now from their own 19-yard line. Cardinals defense holding the Titans in single digits here, as the Titans only 6 points on the night. Looking downfield, and the big receiver, Barry, showing his skills, and he may be gone as he's at the 20, the 10, and a long touchdown score. It's going to be an 81-yard touchdown for the Titans. Is the big receiver, Rashad Berry. He's going to be playing defense next year for the Ohio State Buckeyes, but showing his skills on the offensive end is a big target for Eddie Williamson, going and getting that reception and really showing his toughness and his speed as he just ran away from the Cardinals defense on that long 81-yard touchdown run for the Titans, putting them in double digits as they have 12 points now, and they're probably going to go for 2 as they did after that first score they had. Why not at this point on the downside of a 35-12 scoreboard at this point with 2:11 remaining in the third quarter of play. Eddie Williamson, the quarterback, after connecting with the big receiver Rashad Berry on that long touchdown score. Looking at 2 receivers to his right, one to his left. On either side of him, flanked by a running back. Williamson looking to pass, in a wild pass, and that's going to go dead, incomplete, on the left side of the end zone. Going to keep that score right where it's at, 35-12. The Cardinals with the advantage over the Lorain Titans. But Lorain going to be kicking off to the Cardinals following that long touchdown score that they just had from Eddie Williamson, the quarterback, finding Rashad Berry, showing his speed and toughness and why he's a Big Ten Division I college football recruit. 2:11 remaining in the third quarter of play, 35-12. The Cards with the big advantage, looking to get that ball back. The navy blue and silver, though, getting some more points on the board as that's their second score of the night. Dave McFarland's squad in his first year, again, turning this team around after Lorain in their first 2 years of existence. In 2012 had only a 2-8 record. In 2013 they only had a 3-6 record. 7-3 was their regular season record coming into this game for Lorain, so they got a lot to be proud of with how they ended up turning the tides and having a winning season here. It's going to be a onside kick, and it's going to end up being recovered by the Cardinals. Number 2, Jason Blizzard, was able to get the ball for the Cards, so the Cards are going to have very good field position here as the offense comes on the field. The Titans trying to see what they can to get back in the game as they find themselves on the downside of a 35-12 score at this point. 2:09 remaining in the third quarter of play. Cardinals offense getting set to take the field. Cardinals offense coming out. Again, the Cardinals, the 4th-ranked team in the Division I Region I playoff bracket, going to be facing the winner of the Berea Mid-Park Canton Glen Oak game that's currently going on right now. Jarrell Jackson showing his speed. Going to be going to about the 23-yard line. Jarrell Action Jackson on the long run, really showing a burst tonight and getting that first down, finding a lane, moving the chains for the Cardinals offense, bringing it up to the 24-yard line on the Titans side of the field. Inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter of play. Cardinals really looking like a handful on offense now that they've added this rotation here at the running back between Jarrell Jackson and Alex Matthews, and even Eddie Doherty's getting in the mix at running back too. 3 receivers on this play to the left. Jarrell Jackson again with some running room is going to go up to about the 15 to the 14-yard line. Tough run by the Cardinals. Number 3, Action Jackson. Jarrell, 1:20 remaining in the third quarter of play. And it looks close to a first down. It's going to be just shy. They're going to mark it at the 15-yard line. Second down and 1 yard to go for the first for the Cardinals offense. Jake Flory getting in that shotgun set. Flanked with 1 running back to his right. 2 receivers to his left. 2 receivers to his right. And the officials are going to call a timeout. They may be measuring it out. Looking like it may be just shy, but they're going to go ahead and measure it out to be certain. 1:04 remaining in the third quarter of play. Jarrell Jackson, a couple nice runs here on this drive for the Cardinals. Again, in the Division I, Region I playoff bracket, the Hudson Explorers, who ended up the season undefeated, are the number 1 ranked team in the bracket. Number 2 in the bracket, the 8-2 St. Edward Eagles, and number 3 being the Westerville Central Warhawks. And a 9-1 record is, they are going to call it a second down play, as the Cardinals did not get that first down. Jake Flory has got 2 receivers to his left, and the defense nearly jumping off sides, and it looks like they do because the officials are going to throw their flag, and that's going to give the Cards that first down. So it's going to be a first down for the Cardinals now. 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The Cards with a 35-12 lead over the Lorain Titans here in Mentor, Ohio, Jerome T. Osborne Stadium. Game number 1 of the Division I, Region I playoffs. Jake Flory getting set. He's looking downfield. The pass got a receiver. Oh, he was open. Eddie Doherty had it in his hands, but it went bouncing off for an incomplete pass. He was wide open. Eddie Doherty, usually sure-handed, would normally grab that. It was thrown just a shade behind him. But the Cardinals receiver, Eddie Doherty, usually makes that catch, especially in the red zone, but it's going to go as an incompletion. 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter play. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jake Flory's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jake Flory telling the defense, I'm going to score on you, and he does. Hitting pay dirt, punching it in. 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play to score now 41-12. The Cards with the big lead at home in the playoffs over the Lorain Titans. Jake Flory, the rushing touchdown, calling his own number on that play for the quarterback keeper, hitting the right corner of the end zone for the score. Showing his speed, too, on that rush does Jake Flory. Is Tyler Thompson coming out again to add the extra point capper for this score. This will bring about the mercy rule here if they end up hitting this. It's up and it is good. So the score now changes to 42 for the home team Mentor Cardinals, 12 points for the visiting Lorain Titans. So the mercy rule is going to be in full effect here. The OHSAA again bringing that into play here for the 2014 football season with a 30-point advantage, 30-point differential. It's going to be a running play clock here going forward. 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The home team, Mentor Cardinals, up big, looking to move on to the next round of the playoffs. Division I, Region I, could be facing either Berea Mid-Park. The Titans may be playing the Titans again next week, depending on that game versus the Canton Glen Oak Eagles. Cardinals are in the same regional bracket as the Hudson Explorers, so they could end up facing them if the Cardinals go on to win here tonight and would go on to win next week as well. Could end up matching up with Hudson again, and wouldn't the Cardinals love to get a redemption, as that was their only loss of the season was versus the Hudson Explorers 2 weeks ago. And the score just in, Hudson Explorers did end up beating Massillon Perry and the Panthers, moving on to the next round of the playoffs. So keeping that potential matchup alive in the third round of the postseason, where Mentor potentially could match up with the Hudson Explorers. as the Cards getting set to kick following that Jake Floria touchdown run. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Tyler Thompson, a short kick. Caught by Barry. Again, the big player only got Tyler Thompson to beat, and the Cardinals did catch up to him at about the 35-yard line on the Cardinal side of the field. That was Rashad Berry, the big bruiser for the Titans. The Ohio State recruit doing a little bit of everything here tonight for the Titans. Too bad they are on the downside of a 42-12 score, as the last couple seconds of the third quarter do tick away. So the third quarter is over, and we are going to go into the final quarter of this game here with a 42-12 advantage for the home team, Mentor Cardinals over the Lorain Titans. Cardinals enjoying that home field advantage again here tonight. Cardinals going into the fourth quarter with a big lead here, 42-12 over the visiting Lorain Titans. Scoring 40 or more points on the season, the Cardinals do have a 6-0 record, so scoring over 40 points as the Cardinals are doing again here this evening usually bodes well for them coming up victorious. A lot of good trends showing tonight with the Cardinals being undefeated, wearing these scarlet jerseys as well, along with playing at home. So Cardinals are poised and ready to move on to the next round of the playoffs here, as the Titans getting set for 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line on the Cardinal side of the field after that short kick following that Jake Floria rushing touchdown for the Cardinals. Short kick received by Rashad Berry, who nearly broke it for a kickoff return. Williamson looking to pass the ball, and he's got a receiver on the right side of the field. It's a good catch. Number 5 going to be Sherman Saunders on the receiving end for the Titans. J.D. Matsko getting in there on the tackle for the Cards. It's going to be a second down and short yardage situation for the Titans here from the 26-yard line. 11-20 in counting as we have that mercy rule in full effect and that running clock here. Williamson trying to gather himself. He's only got 10 seconds to go before they need to get this play off. Williamson going to pass it again and short arms it, and he's going to end up with an incompletion. Looking for Aaron Neal on that pass attempt, but it's going to be a third down and short yardage situation for the Titans here. Going to be a big play for them. 10:50 remaining in the game. The Cards with the 30-point lead at home. Quarterback Eddie Williamson in that shotgun set, looking at 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Only 1 running back this time, and he's going to give it to his big running back, Carlos Chavez. It looks like he's going to nudge it far enough ahead to get that first down for the Titans. Going to be a 1st and 10. 10:20 remaining in the game. Cards with the 30-point advantage. Brady Crandall and Trevor Morrison getting in there for the tackle for the Cardinals. Eddie Williamson in the shotgun set. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, 1 running back next to him. Cardinals looking to get in there to blitz on that first down. Williamson, he's going to pass, throwing it over Barry's head. Pass floated on him a little bit, and that's going to be an incompletion. As I get the third quarter stats hot off the press by my man Pat Lieber on the stats here in the press box. Cardinals with a decisive advantage on the scoreboard, and also in terms of first downs, 26 first downs for the Cardinals through the first 3 quarters of play, only 11 for the Titans out of Lorain. Second down and 10 and 9.5 minutes remaining in the game for the Titans. Under pressure, it's going to be the quarterback keeper breaking a couple of tackles because the Cards seemed like they had him stopped in the backfield. Eddie Williamson ended up with a nice run after looking dead in the beginning of that play. Brady Crandall, one of the tacklers, finally able to get Williamson down. 9 minutes remaining in the game. It's going to be a third down and 3 yards to go for the Titans. Third down conversions. The Titans are only 1 of 7 on third downs to this juncture of the game. Eddie Williamson in a shotgun formation. Got two receivers to the left, one to the right. Cardinals looking to blitz again, get some pressure on the quarterback. And they're going to pitch that out. Number 32, Chavez, and he's going to get a first down for the Titans. 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. Fresh set of downs for the Titans. Again, breaking down some of the statistics through 3 quarters of play. The Cardinals with the rushing advantage. 261 yards on the ground for the Cards. 151 yards for the Titans. Williamson looking in the end zone. He's got a receiver there, well defended by number 15, Brendan Parker, getting in there. That was Bohannon, the intended receiver on that play. 7:55 and counting remaining in the game. Going to bring up a second down and 10 yards to go for the Titans. Passing yards in the first through the first 3 quarters of play, 119 passing yards for the Cards, 94 for the Titans. Most of those coming on one play. That long 81-yard score that went to Berry. Looking in the end zone again, and he's again throwing it to number 6, Rashad Berry, getting in there in the end zone for the Titans. The big receiver who's hard to stop for Lorain's attack, getting in there for another touchdown score for the Titans. 18 points on the board now for Lorain, but still down solidly to the Cardinals here, 42-18 on the downside, and the Titans are going to go for a 2-point conversion once again following that Rashad Berry touchdown score. Again, the Cardinals finding themselves with their hands full trying to match up versus Rashad Berry. 7:30 remaining in the game. The Titans on a 2-point conversion attempt. Looking in the end zone again for Berry, and he's going to throw it up. And Berry is going to bring it down, so that 2-point conversion is going to be good. So 42-20 now being the score. As Brendan Parker had his hands full trying to defend big Rashad Berry. Rashad Berry did have that 81-yard touchdown reception, and it was just a short pass on that play, and just a bruising runner with that size and speed, hard to stop, and really using his size and speed to his advantage on that last play for the touchdown and then also the 2-point conversion for the Titans. But it may be a too little, too late situation as there's only 7:30 remaining in the game. Cardinals up 42-20. The Cardinal offense getting set. They'll be coming out on the field following this kickoff here. Eddie Doherty getting back to receive this kickoff. 42-20, the Cardinals with the big advantage, but Titans just got on the board once again with another touchdown to Rashad Berry on the pass from Eddie Williamson. Titans kicking it again from their 40-yard line. Cardinals got to get their all-hands team out there because you got to think it's going to be a short kick or a squib kick, and it was a short kick at that, so the Cards do catch it and recover it. It's going to be at their own 40-yard line. So the Cardinal offense coming back on the field. 7:27 remaining in the game. Jarrell Jackson on an all-hands team. The senior wide receiver running back for the Cards, catching that and keeping that ball safe and sound in the Cardinals' hands. And the winner of this game is going to end up facing Canton Glen Oak Eagles, as they did just come out on top of the Berea Mid-Park Titans. So it sure appears like the Cardinals are going to end up moving on to the next round of the playoffs, and they'll be facing the 12th-ranked Canton Glen Oak Eagles. But the Cards still have to finalize things here with their 22-point lead over the Lorain Titans. And Jake Fleury is going to hand that ball off for just a couple yards. Going to be Alex Matthews. Call it about a 3-yard gain for the Cardinals. 7:15 remaining in the game here. Second down for the Cardinals. Fleury looking to the sideline for the play call. Again, quite a diverse offensive attack for the Cardinals, and making it that much more dangerous with some of the reps that Jarrell Jackson's been getting at that running back spot the past few weeks. And it looks like on this drive, Alex Matthews is going to be the primary running back. Faking it to Matthews, got a receiver downfield, but again, Floria with the dangerous pass and picked off by the Titans. There is a flag on the field, waiting to see what the call is going to be, but Jake Floria has been living dangerously over the past few weeks and really making some poor decisions on some of these passing plays that we've seen against Hudson, last week against Strongsville, and then this week against the Titans. I guess you got to take the good with the bad, but got to try and iron out some of these bad passing looks here, and that was a interception, but we are going to wait and see what the play is going to, penalty is going to be called, and it's going to go against the Titans. So the Cardinals offense catching a break. They're going to get to stay out there with that penalty on the Titans defense. It's going to be 6:42 remaining in the game. Cardinals with the 42-20 advantage. The ball going to be spotted at the 47-yard line. It is going to be a first down intense situation. Jake Floria, two receivers to the right. He's got a pair of receivers to his left. Flanked with the running back. He's going to give that one off. Alex Matthews running straight through that Titan defense for a first down. Moving the chains. Finding that lane. Going to 1st and 10. We're going to do it all over again. The Cards keeping the ball moving. And again, there is a yellow flag on the field right in the middle of that Cardinal head at midfield. Wait to see what it's going to be. Nobody started moving yet. I don't believe it's against the Cardinals. 6:34 remaining in the game. 1st and 10 for the Cards, and that's going to be a penalty once again against the Lorain Titans, and that's going to be a personal foul against the Titans, so it's going to be an automatic first down for the Cards. Jake Floria looking to the sideline to see what the play call is going to be. It's going to put the ball in the red zone for the Cardinal offense here with 6.5 minutes remaining in the game at the 17-yard line on the Titans side of the field. Cards looking to add on to that scoring lead. 17 seconds remaining before they need to get the play off. Jake Floria in that shotgun set. This time he does have Jarrell Jackson immediately to his right. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Jarrell Jackson with the burst. And he's running straight ahead for some positive yards inside the 10-yard line. They're going to call it about the 7-yard line on the Titan side of the field, inching that much closer to the end zone. Nice run on first down for the Cards. Jarrell Jackson really showing some speed in a burst, and the Cardinal running backs have been able to stay fresh tonight with the rotation between Alex Matthews, Eddie Doherty, and Jarrell Jackson, really mixing things up quite nicely on the play calls, along with Jake Floria also calling his own number on some of these rushing plays. But Jarrell Jackson getting in there for the touchdown score for the Cards. Action Jackson getting in the mix for another 6, pushing the lead up right now to 48-20 for the Cards with 5:57 remaining in the game, extending that Cardinal advantage over Lorain and the Titans. Tyler Thompson coming out again just to add one more point in the scoring column for the Cardinals. The senior kicker. 48-20 currently to score. Zach Sparacia, the holder on the kick for the Cards. It's down, it's up, and it looks like it's good right through the uprights. We're going to bring the score to 49-20. And there is going to be a penalty flag down, but that's going to be penalty against the Titans. And they're going to make him kick it again, but it's going to be that much shorter of a kick as a half the distance to the goal on that penalty there. 5:57 remaining in the game. The Cards with the big lead, 48-20 over the Titans out of Lorain. Going to be a long ride home for Lorain today. Again, about an hour drive to get to the west side suburb of Lorain. Tyler Thompson going to put it up. It's going to be up, and it's going to be good. 49 points for the Cardinals tonight, 49-20 with 5:57 remaining in the game. Cardinals offense really looking to be in a groove here with the dynamic scoring options that quarterback Jake Floria has. He's got his receiving core with Jason Blizzard, Malik Porter, Jarrell Jackson, Zach Sparacia, to name a few. And then from the rushing side of the ball, really showing a difficult attack to stop for the Titans when you got Alex Matthews, Jarrell Jackson, and Eddie Doherty all sharing the ball. 5:57 remaining in the game, 49-20. It's the advantage for the Cards. Cardinals getting set to kick again to the Lorain Titans. .49 points, I believe, matching the biggest scoring output that the Cardinals have had yet this season. So this could end up being the highest scoring game of the year for the Cardinals. Tyler Thompson getting set to kick the ball once again to the Titans. Just looking to get through the remainder of this game. The Cardinals safe and sound so they can move on to the next round of the playoffs. Eddie Williamson doing a little bit of everything tonight. That's the quarterback on a reception of that kick. And Cardinals having difficulty bringing him down as he's making his way up to about the 20-yard line by taken down finally by Brendan Parker, number 15 of the Cards. Eddie Williamson, the do-it-all player for the Titans, playing every single snap at the quarterback position on offense for the Titans, but also he's their full-time punter and getting in there with some of the kick returning duties as well, too. 5:45 remaining in the game, 49-20, the Cards with the big advantage. And the Cardinals on two prior occasions have put in 49 points up on the scoring column, winning the game against Euclid, the third game of the season, 49-0. And Eddie Williamson on the run for the Titans on that first down play, and he's going to get a first down for Lorain. And he's going to go out of bounds. 5:35 remaining in the game. First and 10 for the Titans offense. And the other occasion where the Cardinals put up 49 points was on Thursday, October the 2nd, against the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. The Cards won that game 49-12. So, again, two prior occasions, the Cards did put up 49 points. Williamson in that shotgun set, looking to pass the ball, passing it to the right. Reception, but taken down for only a couple of yards to Rashad Berry, who's been their big receiving option tonight for the Titans. And Cardinals have a lot of difficulty bringing the big receiver down, but made a nice play on defense that time to take him down just after a couple yards on that reception. 5:10 remaining in the game. It's going to be second down and 7 for the Titans. Williamson in that shotgun set, two receivers to his left, two running backs, and he's going to hand it off to Carlos Chavez. Going to run straight ahead to the Cardinals side of the field for a first down for the Titans. Chavez, 51 yards on the ground through 3 quarters of play. Actually, the leading rusher for the Titans attack being Sherman Saunders. He had 6 carries for 62 yards through 3 quarters of play and a long run of 43 yards. First and 10 for the Titans, 4:40 remaining in the game. Williamson looking downfield under some pressure. Going to be brought down by Nico Loughton, and big number 54 bringing him down at midfield. Eddie Williamson on that quarterback keeper, but Nico Loughton and the Bowling Green recruit bringing him down. 4:20 remaining in the game. Cardinals with the big advantage, 49-20. Just looking to close it out here so they can move on to the second round of the playoffs next week, and they'll be matched up against the Canton Glen Oak Eagles. Canton with a 7-3 record, actually 8-3 after their win tonight in first game of the playoffs versus Berea Mid-Park. Williamson in that shotgun set. He's going to roll out to his left, quarterback keeper, but he's not going to find anything as he's being struggling to even get to the line of scrimmage. Cardinals bringing him down. Getting his mojo rising, big number 50. Trevor Morrison Cardinal defense, 3rd and 10, looking to shut down the Titans offense as they've been doing for most of this evening. The only problem child on offense for the Cardinals has been Rashad Berry, as he's been quite a load to bring down. Eddie Williamson in that shotgun set, looking downfield again for Rashad Berry. Big Rashad Berry getting that first down for the Titans, going to bring it up to about the 34-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field. 3:15 remaining in the game, 49-20. The Cards with the lead, but still struggling to find a solution to Rashad Berry, and bringing him down is the do-it-all player, playing offense and defense this night for the Titans. Going to be going to Ohio State next year. Going to be playing defense for them, but looking pretty good on offense here too. Williamson finding a receiver on the right side of the field. That's going to be Sherman Saunders on the catch, and he's going to get a first down for the Titans as well. So the Titans moving the ball here in the late going of the game. 2:50 remaining in the game. Too little, too late for the Titans, but they are showing some encouraging things here on offense as Eddie Williamson pitching it around a little bit, mostly to Rashad Berry, but this time they're going to run the ball for little gain, for a couple-yard gain for the Titans, if that. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. The Cards with that 49-20 lead here. Co-captain J.D. Madsko, the senior linebacker, on a stop for the Cardinal defense. Eddie Williamson in that shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Running back on each of his sides, rolling out to his right. He's going to keep the ball on his own. He's got some running room. The 10, the 5, and he's running in there for a score. Eddie Williamson calling his own number, running into the end zone for the score. 2:01 remaining in the game. That's going to be 26 points on a night for the Titans. 26 points. And the Cardinals have been very stingy at home at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium. But giving up some points here to the Titans. Still got a far enough advantage with 49-26 lead, but giving up some points here to the Titans in the late going, who are again going to be going for a 2-point conversion. Eddie Williamson looking to pass and looking again to it's number 5 on the reception, Sherman Saunders, right in the middle of the field. Going to pull it in for that 2-point conversion, so that's going to put 28 points now on the board for the visiting team, the Lorain Titans, but still well shy of what the Cardinals have up on that scoreboard, as the Cardinals 49-28 with the 21-point lead. 2:01 remaining in the game. And the Cards, this is the most points they've given up in a game since that Hudson game where they ended up losing 41-27. And it's also being the most points that the Cardinals have given up at home this year. The highest point total for a visiting squad here at JTO, at the Jerome T. Osborne JTO Stadium, was on October 17th versus Solon, where they posted 16 points. But again, the Cards seem to be well on their way to winning this game here. Going to be 7-0 at home on the season here in the friendly confines of the JTO. 49-28, the Cards with the big lead. 2:01 to play. Titans going to kick that ball over to the Cardinals. And the Cards are going to be content to just down that at about the 24-yard line. Jarrell Jackson. The Cardinals offense getting a set to get back on the field. 2:01 remaining in the game. Cards looking just to safely get through the last few minutes here in the game and move on to the second round of the playoffs. Cards in that shotgun set. 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Got 1 running back just to the right of the quarterback, and he's going to hand that ball off. Manning Trubisky now in a quarterback for the Cardinals, the sophomore QB. Frank Toth getting the play called there. The junior running back for the Cardinals, Frank Toth, getting 5 yards on that first down attempt. 2nd down and 5 for the Cardinals. A minute 30 remaining in the game. It's Trubisky looking to the sideline for the play call. Got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Flanked with the 1 running back to his right. And it's going to be a fumble, and they're going to cough that ball off. Looks like it may have given it to the Titans. Toth tried to get in there and get the ball after fumbling the handoff. But they're going to give that ball over to the Titans as the Cardinals are going to turn that ball over. Quentin Pardon for the Titans on defense going to recover that fumble, giving the Titans offense some good field position. It's going to be at the 25-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field. A minute 15 remaining in the game. 49-28. And the score is going to possibly look a little bit closer than the game actually has been, as the Titans getting up there on the scoring column late in the second half. Looking to pass the ball. Dangerous pass. Had to come back for it. Tommy Collins Jr. on that reception for the Titans. Going to move the chains for Lorain. A minute 10 remaining in the game and counting. 49-28, the Cards looking to seal the deal here as these last few ticks go on the clock. Dangerous pass, looking for Big Barry again. Rashad Berry couldn't pull in that pass in the end zone. Broken up by Kyle Tankovich, the senior DB for the Cards, getting his hands on the ball, making a nice play for the Cards defense. 57 seconds remaining in the game. The Cards up 49-28. Just want to safely move to the second round of the playoffs and finish off this Titan squad. Williamson on the run, being tugged from behind, but he's going to run into the end zone one more time. Eddie Williamson again going to be a scramble for the quarterback into the end zone. So the Titans going to end up with 34 points right now, and I'm sure they're going to come out for another 2-point conversion attempt. 49 seconds remaining in the game. 49-34 is the way the score currently looks. The Titan offense staying on the field for that 2-point conversion attempt. Got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, flanked on both sides by a running back. Looking in the end zone, the number 15, and broken up by the Cardinals' number 15, Brendan Parker, the senior defensive back for the Cards, getting his hands on that ball. Breaking up that pass attempt by the Titans on a 2-point conversion play. 49-34, the Cards still with the advantage. 49 seconds to go before this game ends. Getting a little bit closer as this game has gone on. Thank God the time clock is as far along as it is. 'Cause at one point the Cards did have a 30-point advantage and had that mercy rule inflicted on the Lorain Titans, but Lorain has made the score a little bit closer here, only being down by 15 points, but I'm sure it's going to be not enough time with inside a minute to go. Titans going to kick the ball to the Cardinals, and you'd have to think they're going to try some sort of a pooch or squib type kick here to let it go 10 yards and try to recover it to get possession of the ball. And the Cards got their all-hands team on special teams here. The Titans going to go ahead and squib that ball. Recovered by the Cardinals, though. Able to get their hands on it and keep possession on the Cardinals side. Brendan Parker, who just broke up that 2-point conversion play in the end zone, getting in there on special teams. The all-hands team catching that onside kick by the Titans. 48 seconds remaining in the game. The Cards up 49-34. Cardinals came into this game 9-1 on the season, looking to get their 10th win of the season versus the Lorain Titans. Moving on to the second round of the playoffs for the Cardinals. Alex Matthews going to get the run, and the big running back wrecking his way through the Titan defense all the way up to the 35-yard line for the Cards, finding a lane, moving the chains, plowing his way forward. The big bruising running back for the Cardinals Cards offense, glad to have him back in action here tonight. Half a minute to play in the game. 1st and 10 for the Cards. They're going to go ahead and most likely take a knee at this point, the way they're lining up. 19 seconds, and they're going to go ahead and kneel to end the game here. The Cardinals are going to win this one 49-34 over the visiting Titans out of Lorain. 7 seconds as it's going to clock is ticking the final ticks of the game. And the game is over here officially. The Cardinals with the victory, going to shake hands with the opponents, the Titans out of Lorain, who made a run at the end of the game but just found themselves too far back to make anything of it, as they were down by 30 points at one point. The mercy rule was going and ate away at the clock here in the second half, and the final score shows us a 15-point advantage. The Cardinals, the first game of the 2014 playoffs here, 49-34. The Cardinals with the win.